It's baseball season in the major leagues. Game 4 of the NBA playoffs played last night. We're talking high school football with Coach Matt Griffith, the athletic director and head football coach at Sylacauga High School. And the guy cuts grass too. Good morning, Griff.
Yeah, hey, how are you? Let me say one thing. But while I was watching, you had Pastor on a while ago.
That's right.
Isn't it a great thing that we still live in a country that he can come in and off TV and pray for our town and pray for our community, and it's the right thing to do. Because I tell you what, I don't know if we'll live to see it, but it's getting close that somehow, some way, somebody's going to try to stop that. And I felt so blessed this morning listening to that out there in that little lobby that we're very privileged that we can still do that in our town.
Kind of refreshing.
It was awesome. It was good.
Happy anniversary, by the way.
God, thank you. 21 years.
She put up with you that long?
She has.
Wow.
She has. And we've been together probably close to 25. We dated almost 4.
Yeah.
So we went out to eat last night. So it was awesome. It was good.
All right, let's talk football. The summer workout programs have started, and kind of assess where we are with the football program. I know you got high expectations for this club.
We do. We've got high expectations. We've got the majority of the team back from last year. That was basically, we replaced 9 starters offensively last year. We knew we were very inexperienced going in. Then we had just a series of injuries that just kept piling up. And for that team to win 7 games and make the playoffs, we were very proud of them. Well, they're all back. And for the most part, most of them are juniors. So we do have high expectations. They've got to realize that. We're in our off-season program right now as far as the summer. Attendance has been good. We've had 60 to 65 kids 10th through 12th with another 20 to 25 ninth graders. So we're running 85, 90 kids right now in our off-season program. So it's been good.
Now that's something you've been looking to build on for a number of years, getting these numbers up.
Sure, and it's gotten better. Really over the last 5 years, it's really kind of gotten to where you want it in a 5A program where you're 20-20-20. I mean, you've got 20 kids graduating every year in your program, and you're running that 60 to 65, 10th through 12th, with another 30, 35 ninth graders, knowing that attrition to get them as the years go on. So, we're pleased at where we're at right now. It's got to keep up. We've got to keep doing it this summer, and we'll see what shakes.
Coach Matt Griffith, our guest, 11th year, entering your 11th year as head football coach at Sylacauga High School. What do kids do in the off-season program? What happens there?
Well, it depends on, when we get through football season, we give them about a week where we're taking up equipment, we're cleaning the field house, we're doing all those things. We give them about 3 or 4 days, then we max them, and then we're straight into our off-season. And it's as hard as we can go. We are going to lift on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And every Tuesday and Thursdays are basically quickness and speed development drills. And it's 5 days a week, and it's year-round. It never goes away. We tell our kids it's a grind. It's never going away for us to be successful. And, as soon as the season's over, as soon as school's out, we give them 2 weeks off. We come back, and we go every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday morning. It's about 8:30 to 10:30 to 11. We're going to lift weights for 45 to 50 minutes. And depending on the day, because the state allows you to do so much football-wise, either we're practicing on a Tuesday or we are running them, conditioning them on a Wednesday.
Talk about practice. What can we do at practice now we couldn't do 10 years ago?
You can do everything with a ball. You can do everything with dummies. You can literally even have a headgear on to get kids used to the heat. That's the biggest thing. It's not about the cheating, because it's all within the rules. The state lacks those rules because kids sit in a house and play Xbox and kill zombies all day. They don't go out and play kick the can. They don't go out and play tag and smear, and they don't do it. They're not going to do it. So they laxed it, knowing that coaches would get their kids up there and get them used to the heat, and get them used to the heat with a helmet on.
Yeah.
Those kind of things. So, on Tuesday, we're literally going through individual. We're going through perimeter. We're going through team. On Wednesdays, we cut it down to 10 o'clock, and we do nothing but weights and conditioning for shape. Thursdays is more of a special team day.
2 quarterbacks back after
2 quarterbacks
that played quite a bit last year. You got a running back that was injured, but we watched him the last couple of years. He's back healthy so far.
He is. It's exciting. Anytime you've got more than one guy and run the offense, Jordan's the senior. He was the starter. He got hurt. The year before that, he was our starting safety. So Jordan brings a lot to the table. Jackson stepped in as a 10th grader. He's going to be 11th grader, and he's the same way. He was a starting safety. He flips over to quarterback. So they have an understanding of coverages. And then you got a very talented 10th grader in Keaton Wilson. So we really got 3 kids.
You're kind of high on him, aren't you?
I do. He's got a lot of potential. His 2 brothers went through our program. Both were college football players. One at Sanford, one at Jack State. He's got a long way to go with some of the mental aspects of it right now, but that's to be expected at his age. He's got a lot of athletic ability, and he can play a lot of different positions. You will see him playing a lot of slot receiver and a lot of safety as he grows into that quarterback position.
Yeah. Sylacauga has been known kind of like running back you for a number of years. You got a good one coming back this year.
Yeah, and he's worked hard to get back. The great thing about Alex was it was a slight meniscus tear. Dr. Tropiano goes in there, and by the time he does the surgery, he said it's only happened to one other person he's ever seen, and that guy was an NFL running back. He went in there to repair the knee, and he said he couldn't repair it because it already kind of healed on its own. So he just cleaned the knee up, stitched him up, and in 3 weeks, Alex was back running full speed almost. So it was a blessing in disguise. We held him out the rest of the season, even though he had been cleared to probably play. We just felt it was better at his age and at his stage. Let's get that knee fixed. Let's go on. And so, because he's got a bright future ahead of him. Proud of him. The Kevion Ross kid, the kid moved in from Texas, really had an outstanding track year. He is very, very fast, and it's almost gives us an inside-outside game now. So we're excited, but it's like anything else in high school football. You have got to stay healthy to make that run if you're going to make a deep run in the playoffs. Your key guys got to stay healthy.
Well, Friday night, August 21st, not that far away when you travel to Chilton County. Schedule is set, and you've got that, I think, for the second year. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe it's been longer than that, but you have an open week here in the middle of the season. That helps out.
Well, I tell you what, it was critical last year. When we came out, we were 3-0 going into Beauregard. We had, and it was a tight ball game all the way. They punched one in right there at the end just to make it look like it wasn't as tight as it was. We lost Jordan at quarterback. So we're going in to probably one of the most important games of the year at Childersburg, which is just a huge rival game, and it's a big year for them. He'd gone 9-2 the year before and beat us. He's got everybody back. The expectations were high for him, and we go in with a 10th grade quarterback. So that off week before Childersburg to allow us to revamp our offense, make some changes defensively, settle everybody down was key. And when we won that game, it really launched a 3-game win streak for us that really made our season.
Yeah. A lot of excitement about the athletic program at Sylacauga High School. Update us, if you can, on the stadium. I know there's been much buzz about that, and the rebuilding really and re-establishing what is a grand old lady anyway. Right. But a lot of work going to be done the next year or so on that.
Right. Well, and everybody's probably seen the 3D picture that's online and everything. I just got through meeting last week with Mr. Hubbard, Matt Zedeker, our head soccer coach. What you're going to see during football season is you'll see that small 9th grade practice field. I think that's 8th Street. We use for our 9th graders. That will come down. You will see that be parking probably before football season ever starts. You will see the construction to begin. If you'll look at the visitor side, if you're sitting in the stadium, to the right of the visitors' bleachers is where they're going to construct a brand new concession stand that has 2 soccer locker rooms in it for boys and girls. The visitors will be able to use that also, and that will also be built for Comer's visitors to use, so that teams aren't leaving on the same way. They can go separate. We can pull the buses in there. You'll see that construction start. You're going to see lights go up on the soccer field with a brand new scoreboard going up as the fall continues. All that is being bid and probably constructed and done before football season ever stops. All right. As soon as the season's over, I think you'll see the band concession stand being torn down, and then you'll start seeing construction on the stadium. So they've got.
So should it be done by the 16 season?
Yes, I think you will see everything being done by 2016.
Okay.
I think the last thing you will see done is the grading of and the putting in of turf. I think that's the last thing they'll do.
Explain turf.
It's not the old AstroTurf that was in Legion Stadium. If you've gone to Alabama's practice fields or Auburn's practice fields, or if you've gone to Spain Park, Mountain Brook, Vestavia, even Lincoln, Lincoln's got it. It's a high turf that's almost, you don't have to wear tennis shoes, you can wear screw-on cleats, and it's got little rubber pellets in it, and it's literally like playing on grass. It's not that hard turf in the 80s and 90s that people remember. It's not AstroTurf. So it's needed, and here's why. You've got 2 full football teams that play on that field. And people say, well, that's happened for years, and it has. But you hadn't had 3 full soccer teams play on that field as well. We're losing a practice facility by parking the 9th grade. We need a field that, rain or shine, it really doesn't matter. You can get on that field and go. So, and a lot of the problems between Comer and Sylacauga athletics have to deal with the argument of that stadium and the field. It always has been. I think a lot of those arguments go away. Comer calls and wants to scrimmage. Coach Battles, come on, have at it. I mean, you're not tearing up any grass. Come on, because the wear and tear is not on the same as that. He can use it anytime he wants to. I can use it anytime he wants to. They want to come over, that'd be fine. I mean,
you talked about the soccer team and the overall overview of the athletic program, and to be hopefully named next week, pending a Board of Education approval, is a new baseball coach too.
It is, and let me say this: that was an important hire. If you'll go back through the history of our baseball program, and I was explaining to Dr. Freeman, Mike Gibbs has been the head coach for 10 years. Before Mike, it was Rick Wade, and Rick had been promoted within. Rick was about 3 or 4 years. Before that, Mike had been the head coach already and had been promoted within. Before Mike, it had been Eddie Varnador, won 2 state championships, was promoted within. We're talking a 25 or 30 year period that we've never brought in an outside baseball coach. So it was an important to us to go find the best baseball coach that we possibly could for our program. And I think we found him. I really
talking
do.
Chad Slayton, who was a long time baseball coach with state championships at nearby Childersburg.
2 state championships. Coach Slayton came in, and we've been friends ever since I've gotten here. I know there's a huge rivalry between Sylacauga and Childersburg, but there's a lot of mutual respect when people do a good job in coaching. People don't want to hear it. Me and Coach Fawcett are friends. I mean, we get along really well besides that game, and got a lot of respect for what he's done for football at Childersburg. So I've known Chad a long time. 16 region championships. He's won over 300 games in baseball. And we really vetted everybody in this process. We had the head coach at Pleasant Grove come in and interview for it. The head baseball coach at Grissom came in.
Some outstanding interviews.
Adam Williams, who played on the state championship team here for Eddie, who's the head coach at Cass High School in Georgia, came and interviewed for it. We reached out to Bobby Cummings and Jared Walker, that were top-notch assistants. I just really liked the whole process, and when it all came down to it, Coach Slayton came away with he's the recommendation to the board, and we're very excited. He's very excited. And when a guy from Childersburg can look at you, and he's born and raised in Childersburg, won 2 state championships, and he said his dream job has always been Sylacauga. That means a lot to Sylacauga.
You kind of had him in view for a while, though.
I did. We tried to hire him 2 years ago. When Chad won his first state championship in 2007, we've even talked before. I was not athletic director then, but it was just a common respect between 2 coaches that are being successful in their sports, and we kind of compare notes on how you handle kids and those kind of things. And he's always been interested in coming. And, we finally, hopefully by Tuesday, there's a called board meeting. We hope to get him approved, and he's excited. He's excited. We're excited for him, and our kids should be excited.
And that'll bring an assistant football coach.
He is. He's going to do some junior high football, and he brings a lot of experience. He was the head coach at Childersburg for a long time. I've got Coach Brown is our junior high coach, but he's in his 3rd year of coaching. I think that'll give him some experience on the staff, so we're excited about that.
All right. Coach Matt Griffith, our guest this morning, head football coach, athletic director at Sylacauga High School, kind of getting you up to date on the Aggie overall sports program. And Griff, always a pleasure. And we're cutting grass today, I guess.
We top dressed for 3 straight days, and we've about had it. But I'm gonna do a little bit of grass cutting. I'm gonna try to get out of there in a half a day today.
All right.
So,
thanks a lot for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
More on Daybreak.